I have a viewer to confirm how well the mic is doing. Um, yeah, between those two, I'd probably always pick not CK3, but if you want something quick, Civ 5, because you can normally get through a single solo play of that in a day. This game, on the other hand, I haven't got out of the setup phase. I know the mechanic. I guess I know the mechanics of the game. I know how the controls work. Let's say that. Do I know how to play the game? Woohoo! Yeah, in this game, I build my starting world. I'm trying to remember what planets were the. Will often have some liquid water and rainforest. Is that these planets of hostile chance planet has hostile alien life? Was it this one? I think because of I admittedly have the settings on to the easiest because this game it it's it's hard. This game is a hard game. It also can be multiplayer. I think recently it's been updated to allow for LAN and online. I even have easier logistics on, which you're going to think, what? Easier logistics? That must make it, so easy to do the logistics. Like, no, it just means that the numbers you have for logistics, that's how much it will move. It, yeah, this, do you know what? Just because it's a bit of a meme, I'm going to call this the Dark Souls of turn-based empire building strategy. Temperature. I'd like having a bit of a lower temperature than that. That is very low, on the other hand. No, I like to have under 24. Yep. Boom. 18. What doesn't have a pause button? Oh, this game's turn-based. Or are you talking about Crusader Kings 3? I think that does have a pause button. I think it's space. Also, as we're building the planet, we can see the map behind us. I don't normally have a good look at it. I just have a general look of it behind to make sure it looks playable. Okay, 3 seasons. I think the most seasons I've seen on a planet is 8. And there's an alright habitable tropics. And the main reason I want these low temperatures is because you can harvest ice for water, and water is a very important, or almost super important resource in this game. Actually, no, it's always important, but it's either worthless or not, or very expensive, really. Oh, oh, yeah, no, that's stupid. the new not Dark Souls game not having a pause button. Oh. That's a lot of nitrogen. No vegetation. I would like some vegetation. Neon Varna, thank you for following. It's been a while since I've had a new follower. How are you doing? Also means that I have a name to butcher at the end of this stream. Yeah, forests, reduced value, no hazards, and we've got life. 881 millibars. I think the Earth's is 1,000 or something, so planes will be fine. I'm doing fine. Just... Well, I guess trying out a style of game that I'd normally play in my free time. And playing it on stream. A game that I can just pick up and leave wherever I need to and come back to. And hopefully sort of to make up for the fact that my last Me Metro stream was completely muted. But yeah, this is the history of the planet. Before we hit next, which means that a massive cataclysm has happened and we are in the apocalypse. So yeah, a small group of desperate farmers have arrived on the planet. Several small companies created workshops on the planet. Underground caravan system allowed farmers to grow special kinds of rare xeno mushrooms. Mining corporations becomes mining hub. Value deposits. Xenobiology is exotic. Extracted about. Okay. Alright, extracted about the native aliens. Voxel facts. Have been found. Languages. Okay, so agriculture should be fine. We're probably going to find what is known as rare materials. But yeah, how are you doing, Neon Varna? It's got a healthy pop on this planet. 25 zones. And now, welcome to Everything Goes to Poo. And what we are left with. I don't like how long the calculations are taking, because that will normally mean there's more stuff that's gone on. Apocalypse. The Dissolution War reached us. Consumed all, technology fell to barbaric levels in over a century of warfare and collapse. Okay, so just hamstring goods, energy. Companies have evacuated the high-tech in. Okay, it seems okay for now. I don't like how low that pop has gone. Completely stopped, caused imminent shortage of vital spare parts. Liquid energy, okay, so liquid energy is going to be a problem to find. Okay, there's radiation on bits of the map. Okay, so if we find this region, there's probably a lot of barbarians. Or raiding and people who are hostile. Okay, that's another nuclear meltdown. Delayed mega miners detonated for no apparent reason. Hit. Okay, so a lot of explosions and mines that have blown up. Oh, 74 million lives. Well, it seems pretty peaceful, and this is the overview of everything. Before we head in, 60 minor regimes. And there's sentient aliens that make up 10. And now we get to make up our own regime. Who are we?
I fell out of a tree.
Well, let's get my favourite colours in here. Go for blocky. Let's go for a cog. And Workers' Federation.
Oh
Just head chair. What, overseer? Let's go overseer. Boom. We got a cog, got a nice little flag. And now let's see what our people had to deal with. The great cities were destroyed. Remnants of humanity dispersed into the wastelands. Hiding, salvaging, fighting. Trying to escape or scrape out a living. Trying to survive. The forefathers of our federation were among them. Starvation and structural lack of food stuff was the biggest enemy. That's good. This is the first time I've not had a people being our biggest enemy. So less food than people to feed. How did our ancestors manage to avoid this? By shooting anyone who protests starvation. By promising technological breakthroughs to give hope. Or by sacrificing the old to save the young. Let's say we gave our people hope. In other words, we lied. I don't know, we may have been true, but people just had to wait it out. The predecessor entity of Pharaoh managed to knit their people into a tight and coherent group. How did they manage to do this? Sworn sacred oath of loyalty. They wrote a book of law and enforced it strongly. They did many great deeds that inspired and awed loyalty. Let's say people volunteered. Yeah, let's be nice about it. A series of ancient leaders led our people from the brink of starvation into a more prosperous, safer community. What was the sacred goal of our leaders of yore? Lost knowledge, strong military, or happiness and quality of life of the people. Uh, because technology's so low, I mildly want to get the meritocracy, just because I know that gives science boost early on. But then everything's going to be low. But I can try and help the people. But yeah, let's get some science boost. And welcome to our first day in charge of an empire or federation that's in an apocalypse. The previous overseer is now buried. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's now up to you to lead the Federation to victory. You are the overseer of the Workers' Federation. Some subjects cheer your ascension, but not all. Oh, great. You'll have to hail address the Federation as soon as possible. At least it's not. I've had worse. It's sort of random. It depends on your popularity. That probably means we've got a 60 to 70% popularity. A new Zigest Wanderer sort the land? Yeah, dyslexia, great. We're entering a time of learning. The effect is you'll get extra research bonus. Yes! The current strength of this effect is light, so 7, gaining 700 bonus research. In 6 turns, the effect will come into full force. Okay, that'll help. And here's our special cards to play, using basically fate points, which are rare resources to get. You can get fate points by basically causing disasters, and being able to deal with them. But yeah, I think you start with 4. And these are our regular stratagems which cost political points. Which political points pretty much is how we do most of our political actions. We're starting with 21 political points, 582 credits, and only 3 fate points. Okay. Got this starting decision. So first this is our starting resources, but first I'd like to see our political makeup. As the nice way to transition governments is via the arrows. If you don't do it via the arrows, people get nasty and want to do a bit of more of a violent transition of government. And different styles of government have different ways of running in this game. The buzz on the streets is that you're about to address the nation. For most of the people, the leader of the workshop, you are still an unknown. To know what the plan is to newly gain power, the question on everyone's lips is, who will lose out with your new politics? Oh, people aren't exactly feeling that great. Which future will you line out for our federation in your speech? Well, I say economy is secondary, but the rule of law is not where I was going with. Private economy, no, I hate. In this game, I've learned that people, the private sector, can basically get enough money to play the game for you and lock you out of playing the game. That you can't give anyone too much power in this game. And you are the public sector, so technically the public sector is the only people you can give a lot of power to. And it costs us 1 PP or political point to do any of these. Yeah, we'll increase.
Roger that.
Yeah, this is the summary. Make clear that it's a public economy. Boom. Oh, okay, and we get to start with making new organisations. Eventually we'll want all of these, but we don't have the political points or the cash to fund all of this. And before I decide, I'm going to go to the management screen and check what tech we start off with. Nothing. Sometimes you're lucky enough to start off with one of these. We have nothing. So that requires EC, which is an economy council to research. That's military and that's air. And I'm pretty sure we're going to want economy and military first. And then start designing our units. So I shall add an economy council. Industrial accident in Seltris. Okay, so that's what our capital is. Or our only city. A machine derailed and is causing toxic gases to escape into the civilian pool to minimise casualties. Oh. Or can I count on your support? So if I say yes, we have this person do a technical role based on their stats and skills here. And it states the difficulty of it. It will be 4D40. And this is what they have. They have a 76 skill and we get a D100. If I don't give them my support, same difficulty, but I guess their skill is reduced, or maybe their skill is 26 on its own and I'm giving them a buff. But it also costs me 4 political points instead of 1, but we got sort of enough. We're probably not going to go through that many a turn. And we can save them over and build them up. And I don't want people dead. Get on it. Roll is 50. Okay, so it was increased by 50 because of my support. Versus 101. We were 1 short. We were 1 short. So 1,200 people died. That's how we started off the game. Well, welcome. I could have done really nothing about that. How nice the game is for anyone beginning. Pax demands resolution of relations. About the continued unclear relations between us. Show our colours. Either we become enemies or we become friends. Who are these people? Okay, when we get out of the decision screen, dismiss these. Because I know a bit. And get... No, I didn't want to move. I want it to be on inspect. That's a bit of a dodgy mouse. So we're sort of cut in here, and our territory is split off by these big dotted yellow lines. So we have water and regular metal deposits. We've got nothing on it. And if we go to assets, a large sort of encampment of free people that we can recruit from. And they're not a part of anyone's government or affiliation, but you can recruit from them slowly into your city. And there's another large one there. In our city, grey is the public sector. Brown is private sector, and this sort of yellowy green is neutral and stuff you don't own but is in your territory. It's the free people. And this is how the logistics works with these truck points. Where the private sector will mainly focus on moving their own stuff first. They need that many points to move stuff. How much this produces. So I take this amount and they get that. We make taxes, I think. Oh no. Well, we ain't even got enough. They're not making enough for us to tax them. But yes, what I wanted to do was go to map. I think it was these people. So they're a small sliver here. And they want to know if we're going to be friends or not. I guess for now, yes. I can't see any reason why not. Oh, it's these people. Okay. Well, the road goes that way, and that border's now fixed, so we can't. We basically can't take their land. Which, in the start, yeah, pretty much what you're doing here is just seeing what you got. Take as much land as possible. Because you need resources. This is the apocalypse. Not everyone's going to survive. I start off with some militia, who I don't need to pay or fund. They're just, civilian volunteers. I can build my own armies later once I have the resources and industry to do so. Because when I looked at our assets, I don't believe I saw any factories. Now this is going to be very cheeky and dangerous against these people, but these are ruins, which is the only place where you can scavenge for mass resources. Oh, we have a ruins ourselves. I didn't think we had ruins ourselves. Ooh, and we only had 4 mercenary groups. So I'll probably bring one back to the city, so we have defense in the city. But to start off with, let's call them, and for 2, let's manage this city. Because I don't want us to ever fire people. I prefer workers in reserve, so then we can always, whenever we build something new, have it there and ready and worked. Allow yourselves to get emergency food. It's an incorporated zone. Don't need colonists yet. And I'll just put that up to there. But yeah. I don't think there's much. Oh yeah, other thing I need to do is build a factory, because we need industrial production. Ooh, we have a generator somewhere. An old world generator. That will be important to keep hold of. Where is it on the map? So that's gone to. Oh, it's in the city. But I want to keep my city anyway, so. These are some high population free folk towns. So our city might grow very quickly. So yep, start on industry. I'm going to need 3 rounds of needing 500 metal, machinery. We make already some construction or industry and needing that many workers. Actually, we didn't start with that much metal. So it's not. If we don't have enough, it's not going to tick up the rounds. It'll only tick up as much as it can. We do make excess food. So I'm going to go to the market and see how much we can sell for a good price. So that's the rounding to get to that. Yes, sir. And because we don't make any rare materials, and we don't have the industry production really to build machines, I'm going to buy 4 for now to start off with. But we do use fuel for our vehicles. but we are making a lot more because of. Let's see. Actually, these are militia, so I believe they'll actually fuel themselves using technically private volunteers. The only good thing about the private sector, except eventually they could use the militia against you. So we are, when we get our own industry and get stuff up and going, we're going to want to go to here, not here even, this one, and build our own armies. It's probably going to start off with a light infantry brigade, really. But that's our first turn. I don't know why it's centralised down here. But yeah, this is everything that's going on between turns.